Have I had experiences with sharks? Yes, I have actually. I take a class of students to Belize, Central America, where we do a lot of snorkeling on the barrier reef there. We snorkel one area, it's actually called Shark Gray Alley, where there are usually large numbers of nurse sharks. So we're in the water with the sharks, we're actually touching the sharks, petting the sharks, interacting with them, and it's a pretty cool situation.
My job here is shark tour extraordinaire tour guide. I don't know, a deckhand, a captain. I don't know, it kind of depends on the day. We take people out on a boat and are actually putting them in a cage and putting them in a situation that is the exact reverse of an aquarium experience. Instead of being in an aquarium where you're actually watching the sharks in the tank, we're actually putting people now in a cage, and the sharks are in their natural environment and circling you. It allows you to actually get a little bit closer to the sharks because the sharks actually are curious enough that they come up close to you. It's a whole different spin on seeing animals in the wild. The type of sharks out there, guys, with the Galapagos and sandbar, both those species are benthic nocturnal feeders, right? So just in Shark Week terms, that means they feed on the bottom of the ocean at nighttime. We're going to see them at the top of the ocean in the daytime. Why? Well, we sound like a crab fishing boat. They go out there with big inboard diesel engines, just like we have right now. Same noise. For 40 years, they've been going out there and pulling up their traps and throwing over whatever they're not taking home with them. So, sharks now put this thing together, and now whenever they hear a boat with an inboard diesel engine, they come and they wait and they wait and they wait. So that's how this works.
My opinion of shark tourism is that I think overall it's a good thing as long as it's done right and done correctly in a way where people are taught to appreciate what sharks do and what they provide for us. If it's done in a way that depicts them as being these, you know, organisms that will eat you or kill you while you're in the water or whatever, then that's probably not a good way to go about it.
North Shore residents have fought to ban popular shark tour dives outside Haleiwa for several years. But despite protest, business is booming and apparently quietly growing.
There are hundreds and thousands of residents congregating at the boat ramp, on the beaches, out surfing.
No permit is required to operate a business outside state waters. Many fear, even though the activity would be done 3 miles offshore and outside state jurisdiction, it is still unsafe.
So we've been a part of this tagging program for a while, and what we've done is actually grab some of the sharks, you know, put a transmitter inside their stomach cavity and track them around. We have receivers. Now a receiver will actually track that shark within 1 square kilometer. But we've actually found the sharks that we see here are bread and butter sharks, right? Are sharks that we count on for being here for the tour to run successfully. Actually do not go into shore. They're actually not found closer than 200 feet in depth out here in Hawaii. We actually have a bunch of inshore receivers, and they've come up zero for a long, long time. The sharks that have been known to attack people here in Hawaii are also the sharks that, you know, they're tigers, man. We don't have those problems. Our visibility is pretty good here, and then the few spots that do have bad visibility are reef zones, you know, when the surf kind of picks up. Tigers will cruise through there, and they also eat turtles and everything else that's found near the reef. So you want to think about it. If you want to find a shark, you kind of got to go where the food is. And the sharks out here, you know, we're pretty big. They eat stuff a lot smaller, so we're not really in danger out here at all. Judge for yourself, you know. And there's not a lot of moments in life where we get an opportunity to do something like that, especially around a creature that's not in our natural habitat. I mean, think about it. Every time we're in the ocean, we're visiting his living room, you know, like we're visiting the shark's house, man. I want people to walk away from this experience feeling like they don't really have to be so petrified about sharks.
The other means of profiting from sharks without killing them is to leave them be. We'll profit greatly from just keeping an entire ecosystem intact. So appreciating that they serve a valuable function in the ocean and letting their numbers increase, that in itself we will profit from, because other fisheries and everything else will rebound from trying to keep, these populations intact.